presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Eddie in Boca Raton. Hey, Eddie, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Good, good. It is a treasure to have TFNN every hour during the trading day to be there, to help you, to guide you, and even to give you some peace of mind, or like that somebody else is there with you while you're trading this crazy market, either up or down.
Well, listen, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, because we wouldn't be out here, folks, if we didn't have all you guys, gals, tigers and tigresses as clients. And, you know, the market teaches you every single day, man.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Surrender and let go of the past. I love this card. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 270, NASDAQ up 243, S&P's up 46, gold contract up $23, trading at $18.07 an ounce. We had silver up 53 cents, $23.65 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 340, $65.56 a barrel, notes and bonds. The 10-year note up 3 ticks, trading at 134.07. 30-year up 1 at 165.25. And here we go. King dollar. They get a major failure of King dollar. Took 5 months. Well, let's see. No, it took 3 months to get up to the high. Failed. Got to the high Friday. Failed big time. You're down a half a penny. You're down 5.29. You're at 92.967. Euros at 117. Yen is at 109, and the British pound's at 137 to 1 U.S. dollar. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Dave Mazda. Dave is the director of Direction Shares. Bottom line is that as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, you hit that Direction banner, and you're going to come over, and if I'm sure many of us trade these leverage products, and today these leverage products, well, every day these leverage products are moving, but the bottom line, with the dollar down so dramatically, Dave, we get some real good action in the commodity space, and where the folks are basically, you know, going with the nugget, going with the JUNG, which is the small exploration equities inside the gold market, or when we're talking oil, we're talking about the ERX and the gush. I mean, we got some action out here with this dollar lower.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I think the way you framed it in the intro to this segment is really interesting. The dollar was just kind of grinding higher quietly, kind of trying to break out to new highs, as you noted, didn't happen on Friday. And here we are. And now we see commodity prices recovering, oil prices moving sharply. And yeah, so today we are seeing, after really the traders have really been more focused on things that we've talked about before, semiconductors, biotech. Today we're seeing folks really move back into the nugget, JNugs of the world, and even your note about oil and gas stocks. So Gush especially is seeing some above average volume. That's really focused on just the oil and gas E&P names.
Yes.
So definitely more volatile than you're going to find with the broader energy play.
You know, it's amazing. So, Dave, this morning, and folks, I'm looking at the market, and, you know, it seems like the market, well, right now, it doesn't care whether the dollar goes up or down. And it was like the market just wants to get open. And so it was so intriguing because of the fact, you know, that the oil market got smoked, the gold market got smoked. And my point is, even bringing these up, folks, if you trade, you know, even the singles or the doubles, it's really cool because when you get both of those sectors really got killed, okay? And they're in huge consolidations, okay? So when I'm looking at them, the other side of that, there's a real good, you know, you don't have to get the bottom, you don't have to get the top. We know that. But there's a good shot if this dollar goes lower that we're going to see a lot more expansion, of course, into those names, and that takes the small caps up, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, and today's gains are, at least from a sector perspective, relatively broad-based. But I think you're absolutely right, is that we certainly obviously saw commodities come back in a huge way a few months ago, push pause on that. Now, again, if we begin to start kind of looking through, of course, the news is probably going to get worse about the Delta variant and COVID cases in the U.S. and maybe before it's better, because that's essentially sort of, unfortunately, we know how it goes with these waves.
Right.
What that means, though, is that traders can now position maybe for what does that next leg begin to look like. We know the reopening trade has really stalled. People have moved back into many of the sectors, the growth areas of the market. But still, even after having a great run, if you look at a 10-year chart of just a single beta energy index, it's still at kind of generational lows in some ways. That there's some opportunities for traders, especially when they've been so out of favor, to step back in a day like today. Yeah,
which is so cool when you look at the whole context of the different sectors, that are inside of the marketplace. So let me ask you, the ETF business has come a long way. When you're looking to get new ETFs that direction will bring out, what are you normally looking for? Are you looking for liquidity? You're looking for, like I know thematic ones, you were way ahead of it there when you came out with the thematic ones. No one even knew what thematic was when you first come out with them, which is pretty cool, man, all right? I mean, now it's a regular word, okay? But what do you normally look for, Dave, when you say, okay, I want to bring up another ETF, I think this is going to be, this is going to help clients. What do you look for?
So when it comes to the thematic side of the house, really looking for these big picture transformational changes, which are occurring, right? So and our thematic focus is really in those areas: the work from home ETF, the Moonshot Innovators ETF.
Yes.
On the leverage and infra side, that is a little bit more of what I'd call a science. So there we are looking for really strong liquidity on a particular area. Does it have volatility so that traders, again, those products are geared toward traders, that they can take advantage of up and down moves should they choose to do so. But also, is that basket capturing a unique slice of the market? So are those top 10 holdings either dominating performance and really going to help drive that volatility? So that's what we look for there. But we also are comfortable, putting out unique products where we might see some opportunities where thematics are meeting trading. So we recently launched a 2X fund on global clean energy stocks, which is not an area historically that traders would have been focused on, but because we know basically this push-pull relationship with carbon and energy production moving toward the green side, that particular fund gives traders an opportunity to step in and take leveraged views on the clean energy space.
That's so cool, man. That's a great explanation, by the way, because I can tell you just myself, and that's why I brought up the aspect with the dollar being so low today. As a trader, I just felt that's why I brought the first ones up, because it's like, oh, I love that it's already started to move and they've got killed. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Pretty cool. Dave, thank you so much for the great education. We look forward to having you 2 weeks from today.
We'll talk soon.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks, and come right back.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Now let's talk. We're going to talk the gold market first, because we get a monster ABC structure up, and it's taken out the B point today, folks, and it's got volume behind the move. So the B point in gold, okay, 1797.60, and these 145,000 contracts. We're already at 146. That's going to give you a price projection of 1894. Now, if we look at a couple questions that was the feeling that there wasn't enough volume inside the gold stocks, but there's plenty of volume. I guess it depends whatever stock you're looking at. Maybe Newmont doesn't have it, but you can just look at the GDX right off the bat. The GDX is already up. This is up with volume. You got the GDX. This just broke the downtrend. GDX is up $1.43. That means it's going all the way up to 35.82 again. You can see the expansion of volume. It's pretty clear, 22 million shares. We go into Barrick, okay? Barrick has a move higher with conviction, okay? This is wide price spread and volume. So you're up 96 cents. Same deal there. This wants to go to the 22.30. All these equities now want to go up to the highs that were generated out here on the 4th of June. Newmont, as I did say, no one's buying Newmont out here this morning. But, well, it's up $1.71. That needs some juice behind it, no doubt about it. If we take a look at an Eagle, that also needs some juice. But other than that, everything else I'm looking at actually has some juice behind the move into higher price in a monster way. This dollar, if we go back over to the dollar for a second, take a look at this. This is bottom line is that you're a real failure, and your price spreading the way down. So picture this. So when you can't, let me pull this back. I'm going to put this back on for a year weekly, actually, so you can kind of see the consolidation that we've been in. It took out the 93,437, got up to 93,729, and just gave it up, man. And the lower that the dollar goes, folks, and normally what ends up happening is this. You can't bust them higher, you're going to bust them lower. When you have a major failure, which we had in the dollar right now, that is saying, guess what? You're going downtown. Which totally makes sense, by the way. Why? Because if you take a look at the euro, you take a look at the pound, all of them, they were at the lower end of their consolidation. The pound's right now up 48 ticks. You'll trade at 117.46. If we go take a look at the British pound, the pound right now is up 103 ticks. That is a monster move, too. That's saying the pound wants to go all the way back to 142. You're at 137. And then we go over to the yen. And we're going to take a look at the yen. Now, the yen will go to lower price, stronger against the U.S. dollar. The yen just went from 109.65 to 109.78 to 109.65. But the yen looks to me like now will go down to 108.72. So you get a lot of movement. We go back to the bonds for a second, just so you can see this rally that's in commodities right now. I expect it's actually going to keep going. Because if you go back to bonds and take a look at bonds, what we have is that we have the Fed out in Jackson Hole this week, and there's pressure, no doubt, to bottom line start tapering. It's not going to happen, folks, okay? Because the Delta variant is wild, man. The Delta variant is, the transmission of the Delta variant is a lot heavier than the last one. So that's just enough to basically keep the Fed status quo, lower rates for longer. The 10-year rejected 133.30 today. That's saying that 10-year wants to go back to its highs, and it's pretty wild. And then if we take a look at the context of where we are right now, we're at 1.25% in the 10-year. But I've mentioned this many times. If you take a look at the rest of the world, those are very high rates. Okay, you can make money buying our 10-year. If you want to buy a 10-year off the French, you're going to pay them 0.13 of whatever you're going to buy. If you're going to buy them off Germany, you're going to pay them 0.5%. So what is your choice? Do you want to go buy a $100,000 bond off France, or do you want to buy a $100,000 bond off Germany and, in fact, pay them? Or do you want to buy a $100,000 bond off the United States and get paid 1.25? And, of course, what we're talking now, and this is why I brought it up, we're talking on the aspect of coming back to what the currency is actually worth. So what will happen here is this. As the dollar, let's say the dollar goes to 89, that's my take where it's going to go now. So as that goes lower, then what you will see is the currency-wise, okay, the bottom line is that those euros will be higher. So, in fact, if U.S. people bought those, it'd be higher. But you get the gist of it. The bottom line is that it's hard to really wrap your head around a negative rate when you give money to a government for a certain amount of time. Now, watch this one. This is going to be crazy. I'm going to put a 30-year. I believe it's still negative. Yeah, it is. So, in Germany, you can still give Germany, if you really want the deal of a lifetime, folks, buy a 30-year German bond, and you have to give them 0.035 of 1% now in order to have the right for them to use your money for your $100,000 for 30 years. So you're not even going to get your $100,000 back 30 years from now. Now, many folks ask, well, how? That doesn't... Why would someone do that? Well, what happens is that you have large insurance companies that have liabilities. So they're offsetting those liabilities. They know how that works, okay? Meaning that they have to pay us so much money, they offset the liability. What's also happening, though, is that people are basically trading on the aspect that rates will go lower. So if rates go lower, those prices go higher. That's how it goes. XAU and HUI. Let's go take a look at the XAU and the HUI out here. So you get the XAU, that's up 595, trading at 131. And that's back inside the range. The range was 128. And I expect what you're going to see out here is you're going to see volume behind the move out here also today. If we go into the Gold Bugs Index, you take a look at the Gold Bugs Index, same type of setup. We're up $11. You're trading at 251. And the Gold Bugs Index, folks, was a lot weaker than the XAU. And most times what that means is that you'd have to worry that the gold price itself wasn't going to move. Well, we got that going today, but the bottom line is that the HUI did get back inside of the larger range, and, you know, bottom line, what you can expect now is higher prices right across the board. We had a question about, this is when Dave was on, about the DXY, about delisting the ETFs without proper notice, like Credit Suisse. This is a great question, okay, by the way. But what you should understand, okay, when they were getting delisted, you could see that coming 3 or 4 months before that. We were talking about it, okay? So the bottom line is that when they are not trading, when an ETF is not trading on, well, it's not an ETF, it's an ETN. There wasn't an they're all ETNs. ETNs are notes, folks, okay? They're debt objects, okay? Bottom line, it wasn't trading with the market anyway. That's the real bottom line. So when something is getting delisted, there's plenty of warning prior to it. I mean, months, that's for sure. Dow Industrials right now up 265, Nasdaq's up 234, S&P's up 45. Stay right there, come right back.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 267, the Nasdaq's up Nasdaq's up 236, S&Ps are up 44. Let's get over and take a look at the Dow Industrials first. Dow Industrials right here. Come on, baby. Okay, we're waiting for you. Nope, that's not the Dow Industrials. So, there we go. Okay, so you're up 264. Your high out here is 35,631. It's going to go after it. We go into the composite. We take a look at the composite. The composite right now, that is breaking out It's over its highs. The last high was 896. You're at 951. And when you this is going with volume, folks. Okay, the bottom line is that and price spread. So we're gonna do another leg up, man. This is something else. The NDX bottom line took out the highs. Let's go into the Qs for a second. The Qs took out the high, and we get 26 million shares, and you're taking out 21 million. So the bottom line is that you're going higher, man. This is something else. Yep, and we're at 373. If you remember, one of those we had one of the ABCs was 370. Another one did get 380, but I wasn't believing the one at 380. I guess I better stop believing it now, because the bottom line is that this is moving with conviction. If we go look inside of the NDX 100, what you have here, why doesn't it give me that information? Come on. Oh. It's funny, it's not giving me the big movers out here. Well, I believe a couple of the big movers are Moderna. See, Moderna is going to be the next one. So Moderna right now is up $26. And so what we have with Moderna is this. Moderna is going to be the next one that the FDA will, I suspect, fully implement, just like they did with Pfizer today. So you get a high volume. Well, the volume's not bad, up at 497. It's going to 497. You're coming into a swing point right now of the 413. It's going to need more volume at that level. We get 14 million. It need over 19 million to get there, but I expect we're going to do it. Pfizer, that did that monster breakout, and the bottom line is that you're at $1.25. We're at 51. We put this on a monthly, and this is just a huge breakout. And the thing that's intriguing, what's really intriguing, what I'd like to figure out, and I'm sure it's out here something, I just don't understand what the difference was, and maybe it has to do with regulations. If you remember at the beginning of this pandemic, folks, okay, Pfizer would not take money from the government, and Moderna did, meaning to get this thing, going much quicker. And I'm not quite sure why that all shook down that way. I'm sure it has something to do with some kind of regulation, okay? Because the bottom line is that it's a dramatic difference. But anyway, you get the gist of it with Moderna. Moderna is going to be the next one to go. We take a look at, we've been talking about Google. Google's in a monster ABC up. Google's going to $3,000. Right now you're at 2806. Right now, this is up today at $57. It's taken the last swing out. It had the high volume swing at 27.65. It's never going to make that, meaning 4.7 million. But bottom line is that it's higher and it wants higher price. What's going to be intriguing with Amazon is, I've always said that Amazon's hard to buy. It's like, okay, is that the end of the correction on Amazon? They never made it back down to the high volume low of March 5th. The highs of that low is 3,009. We made it down to 3,175. It's going to be a toss-up here. It doesn't look to me like Amazon's out of the woods just yet, but you're up $73. And what we do have is that let's go take a look at, let me see, SMHs. Because the SMHs lead the NDX up, lead them down. Yeah, the SMH is going back to the high. So the SMHs, yeah, this is a good move. Broke this downtrend, and the downtrend was only for 2 weeks. 271.79 is game inside the SMHs. LRCX, that's up $18. Nothing heavy there. Well, it's a $600 stock. Lam Research, Applied Materials up. You got XLNX. Xilinx stopped moving on Friday. It's really moving today. Okay, it's up $9 going after its high. Its high is 150, I think it's 153.50. It took it out? Yeah. No, it's not as high, evidently. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, I must have just missed it. So it's 154.93. I see. We hit the 154.39 today or something. Yeah. I see. Okay. Xilinx is going to be the next one to take it out. 154.93 is the high in Xilinx. Today we made it to 154.31 and 5. We'll see where they get the volume. It's going to need more volume, but looks to me like that's going to break topside also. So there's some real action out here. And, you know, when you take a look at the calendar, we're coming into the aspect of Labor Day. Labor Day is always positive for the marketplace in general. And then it's like, okay, you know, most of the time, if you're going to get a correction, folks, it's already started. That's the reality. You know, I've seen plenty of them. And the market always has plenty of time to get a correction going between May and the middle of July or something, you know. We'll see if we get one coming out of nowhere. But the way that this market is traded, and particularly the way that it traded today, meaning that the dollar's down, bonds are still up, and everything is green, including, and this is a big one, okay, the oil service stocks, okay? That's, you know, saying that, hey, they want higher price. I used to trade the oil service stocks a lot. I mean, because I loved the aspect of how they love consolidations. You know, and I'm going to be jumping right on them again. You know why? Because inside of this consolidation, it's a monster. If you look at the OIH, the top of the consolidation is 248. We just hit the bottom of the consolidation, which was actually, the bottom was 168, and we went to 164, and then we closed at 168.50. Now, this is what's so crazy. Watch how technical analysis works, folks, okay? On Friday, the number was 168.21, okay? Well, we go to 168.41, but it rejects lower price and closes out at 168.50. So it's like, really? That's what it looks like, man. You get one more day like this, and that'll be saying the OIH is going all the way back to 248 again. You know, so you have a lot of different things that basically you can trade that are going to be moving that, and I suspect you're going to get some nice movement with them. We take a look at Exxon Mobil, same deal. Exxon came back to the lower end of consolidation. It's up $2, 54. Now it's on its way to 59. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Dow Industrials up 253. We get the Nasdaq up 235. S&P's up 43. Our guest today, folks, is Tori Nelson. Tori is running for the mayor of St. Pete. We have elections tomorrow. Tori's dedicated to building our community, making sure every voice is heard. You can find Tori's website, folks, at toryforstpete.godaddysite.com. Tori, welcome to TFNN.
Thanks for having me, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Well, tell us why you want to be mayor of St. Pete.
Oh, wow. We have an hour segment here. Well, yeah, it's so many different things that makes me want to become mayor. It's always been an aspiration of mine. But some of the main issues that I keep hearing around the community, I keep hearing people complain about affordability. And I feel, it's time for me to step up, time for me to make my run, and time for me to make a change. It's a lot of things. Environment. I'm really big on environment. My background is law. But since I started my campaign, I became an environmentalist. And I want to restore our natural resources. I want to add biodiversity to our landscape. I want to overhaul our land with all our native plants so we can have ocean-friendly plants. And it's a ton of stuff, Tom.
So let me ask you this. Listen, those are great things, right? So I know in Childs Park, okay, so did you open a homeless shelter in Childs Park? Tell me about that.
Yes, sir, I did. What I did, I took a student loan, and I got an agreement for deed. A lot of people don't know agreement. Well, I'm a true American. My credit was shot, okay?
Yeah.
I took agreement for deed. In Florida, agreement for deed is considered a sale. So at the height of my real estate career, I was up to like 4 transitional homes. So I took a student loan. I got a multifamily home. It was a 7-bedroom house with a 2-bedroom garage apartment, and I converted it to a transitional home. And like I said, at the height of my real estate career, I was leasing 1 building, and I had 2 duplexes in the one home in Childs Park. So I was up to 4 transitional homes, and I was taking a lot of people off the streets at one point.
And when you do that, so were you getting paid by the state to do that? How does that work? I
did it totally with no government funding.
Okay.
That's why I'm resourceful. Like, I'm listening to your show, and you're talking about, that's not my arena, investing, because I guess I got scared money. They say scared money don't make no money. But I'm very resourceful. I was running the homeless shelter in Childs Park with like $1,500 overhead. I paid my lights, my water, and my mortgage.
What made you want to do that?
Well, I got battle tested. I was constantly getting probed with different city departments, and I was lasting. I was meeting angels along the way. Different people that was living in my shelter was helping me.
Okay.
And I kept running for almost a decade.
So let me ask you something. What do every city has problems, okay? And the younger kids right now, it's interesting, Tori, my take on the violence is right across the country is that, I'm a lot older than you. In fact, 30 years older than you. And when we were growing up, it was always the 14 to 18. You got to make it through that deal. And when I was growing up, it was very violent across the country when we were 14. It was 1964, going forward. Then it leveled out. What people don't understand right now is that the demographics right now are bigger than even that. So inside the major cities, like let's say inside, what can we do, do you think, in order to bring the the violence down outside of education? I know education's huge. There's no doubt about it. But, when these kids are out here, it's sad. Before, when I was growing up, yeah, you might get stabbed. Now everyone's getting shot, though. There's a huge difference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, a big part of it, I think, is the evolution of music. Music, when you're young, it kind of like influences you.
Okay.
TV kind of influences you.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So you see stuff and you want to kind of emulate it. You want to be like that person. And a lot of the rappers today, I believe they're glorifying guns and shooting and killing. And a lot of our youth, before their brain is like maturing, is actually going down this road.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I got. Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead, please.
I was the same way when I was 14.
No, I was too. It's a great point, man. I mean, I love hearing this because this is the stuff that, I tell people, people don't understand. You only know 4 square blocks when you're growing up, man. And then all of a sudden you get outside and say, hey, man, the whole rest of the world's not like this, okay? So that's interesting, man, and I can see that. So how do we get into these kids' heads and just say, hey, man, can you, just give it a break for a few years because you're going to get over 19 or 20, and then we'll start thinking a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely. I think maybe if we inform the kids, like anger management, if we can implement anger management, because 1 second of getting angry, because a lot of kids are toting guns, they don't know the consequences. If we can let them know the consequences, right. Constantly reinforce and kind of like pretty much brainwash them. The same thing they're seeing or listening to on TV, if we brainwash the same positivity, hopefully it'll level that out a little bit.
And then I guess another question would be this, okay? So you open a homeless shelter, which is awesome. You're going to be a dynamite activist. I'm going to tell you. We know, listen, you're not going to be mayor tomorrow, but that's all right. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm glad you're running. That's the bottom line. But you'll be a great activist. So let me ask you this. So, we have communities in need, all right? You already opened a homeless shelter. Now let's talk about, let's say that, someone's already got in trouble. They're in the can. They can back out of the can, okay? Now the question is, how do we help them? Because you can't go back to the same corner. If you go back to the same corner, you're going to go back to your friends, and all of a sudden there's trouble again. It's like, okay, man, so how do we help folks that have gotten trouble? And most of the trouble is not serious trouble at the beginning, okay? It's petty trouble, but then all of a sudden then, hey, guess what? You get those, cocky pants, and you're coming back out. How can we help kids that are coming back out of jail so that they can basically get into the system without basically doing 10,000 hoops?
Yeah, that's a great question. See, you told me to shy away from education, but that has a lot to do with it. I think
it does. No, it does. Yeah.
I think it gives you a better quality of life. A lot of kids, they might come out and they can't get jobs for their record.
Right.
So a lot of them have to turn into entrepreneurs, and it's just like keeping up with the Joneses. Our economy is just thriving right now down here in St. Pete.
Yes.
Yeah, rent's skyrocketing. So it's hard for a guy, I'll just say a guy, to be the head of his household. You want to have a girlfriend, you want to have a family, but you constantly got your girl on your head. You can't make enough money. You can't get a job. So you ultimately got to turn back to the street life. So with better education, I believe maybe we can implement some reentry programs to teach them to be entrepreneurs. Hopefully that can help, because basically there's no second chances once you get in trouble. And
right.
I'm a living testament of that. I graduated with a bachelor's degree, 2 degrees actually, and I got in trouble. And I like the quote you just said a little while ago. If you live in the past, you forget the dream.
Isn't that a great card, man? Yeah. You're going to be here now, man. I know.
I'm going to start using that. But
listen, man, I will send you that quote. Well, listen, man, okay. This has been a pleasure. I look forward to having you on again. And bottom line, I hope you get a lot of votes tomorrow, man. You're gonna be around. That's a beautiful thing.
Oh, thank you, Tom. I appreciate you having me.
Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Tori. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. That's Tori Nelson, folks. He's running for mayor. Tomorrow are elections in St. Pete. His website is toryforstpete, GoDaddySites.com. Dow Industrials right now up at 256. You get the Nasdaq up 240. S&P's up 43. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave! Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 250, Nasdaq's up 238, S&Ps are up 42. And let's just go take a look at the volumes out here as we come into the close of the marketplace. So you get 515 in the Dow. That's going to that'll do 850, close to 900. Inside the composite, you're at 3.4. That's going to do about 3.8. That could use a little more volume, actually. And if we go take a look at the diamonds, right now the diamonds doing 3.2 million. That's not bad. The high out here had 3.6. So the diamonds will need more volume tomorrow. We'll see whether we get any follow-through out here. But my take is that this market does want to go higher. That's how this is set up. If we go take a look at the yen for one of the targets for the daily and the weekly, what you have inside the yen today basically gave it up on price on the daily, so that's saying it wants to go to the bottom of its consolidation. If we take a look at the weekly, it's saying the same thing. So it's saying it wants to go to 108.72. Right now you're at 109.67. The real bottom line is that this dollar move, if we get another 500-point tick down tomorrow on the dollar, folks, it's going to be pretty cool. You're going to see some real action out here in a big way. The oil market, that took off like a rocket ship. Oil got into 61.74 and then just went topside, like wide price spread, accelerated volume. You've got all of the above. If we go into the silver market, we take a look at the silver market out here. Silver market, 55,000 contracts. Silver still needs action, man. We get a good day going out here today. There's no doubt. But silver, you get an expansion of volume. Silver looks like it's going to go for the swing high tomorrow, which is $23.95. If we got the same amount of volume today, it'd be good. Because that is good volume, 55,000 contracts. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything we need, folks, is right inside us. Have a blast with it. Please tell your friends about TFNN. Ask them to come back tomorrow morning. Tommy kicks us off, 9 o'clock. Great show.